But I want to share with y'all something that I just had. I had a dream. And this wasn't a dream like normal dreams, but this happened pretty much right before everything really popped off. Before the bombs really dropped in Iran. And I just want to share with y'all what I got. So in my dream, I could see in the sky angels everywhere. Everywhere. And they were wearing maroon armor. Now, in my mind, I always thought of angels wearing gold and, silver even, or white. That's how I've always envisioned angels. So as I'm thinking about this in my dream, I realized the maroon represents Jesus' blood. And so as I'm seeing these angels, it's like God's protection all around us. Amen? And then, as I'm looking at these angels, one of them just was standing right next to me. And I said, "Whoa, you're awesome, And he said, I am nothing. I am just a messenger. I am just a servant." He was basically trying to correct me, telling me not to call him awesome because there's only one awesome, and that is God. Amen? So that's what he was trying to share with me. And I said, "Well, will you give God a hug for me?" As I'm just snot bubbles popping and tears just pouring out of my eyes. I said, "Will you give God a hug for me?" He didn't answer me, but I'm hoping that he did. And even if that wasn't a God dream, which I think it was, I said, "God, will you please ask one of your angels to hug you?" After I woke up, will you ask him? But I was telling my wife about this dream. I was telling her, and then she said, in the midst of all this turmoil, in the midst of all this craziness, the bombs, the missiles, and all this, the war of Israel and Iran, God gives you a dream like that. A dream of letting you know that you're protected. Amen? And so I'm believing for that protection to extend to all of us believers. And I think that he wanted me to give that dream for all of us to realize that God is protecting his people. Amen? And let's just say that dream wasn't real and that God didn't give it to me or whatever. That truth still stands. That God has sent his angels out into this world to bring protection to us. Sometimes, like I preached about not long ago, the hedge of protection is removed sometimes to allow testing and trials and things like that to happen. But it's always with an intended purpose. It's not arbitrary. It's not like God's back was turned and he was like, "Oops, I forgot to keep you safe here." No, it was always with intention. Amen? God has everything fine-tuned and worked out to the perfect degree of what he allows to come our way, what blessings he gives us, what trials he allows to come our way, whatever, it's all worked out. And it's all worked out with the intended good of saving souls. Amen? To the maximum potential of the saving of the souls of whoever can be saved. Of course, the goal and the wish is that the whole world would receive it, but obviously not everybody will. But sometimes what's factored in is even bad things that comes our way to bring about the salvation of many. Amen? And I think we all accept that deal.